In 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
The time is now. The time is now. The time is now. I'm Trent, and this is Vision Preparedness. The time is now. The time is now.
Good morning, everyone, and happy Saturday. I missed y'all. Hope everybody's doing well. It is raining 52 degrees here in the great state of OHIO. Welcome in, welcome in. And glad you could join me for Coffee Talk. Special edition this morning. We may have a guest. It depends if they sleep in or not. Bug Out Adventures, good morning. Good to see you. Trish in Progress, welcome in. Good morning. Thank you for the 5x5. Dan H, my man, my brother, my friend. It is so good to see you this morning. And, got a little technical difficulties going on here. That's interesting. Anyway, good to see y'all. Due to exceptional low bandwidth available, and that's special. Well, that's okay. The show goes on. Salty Dog, good morning. Support Southern Tier Prepper, good morning. Tomcat's World, my brother, good morning, good morning, good morning to you. And I hope everybody is doing well on this great Saturday morning. As we go through, my man, Devil Dog, as he says, sit back, relax, grab a cup of coffee, or hell, even a beer, no judgment, here. Yeah, exactly. CUCV Farmer in the house, good morning. Holly Imes, good to see you. Zombie Force, G-Ma Nana, good morning, good to see you. My man, Joe Morgan, welcome in, welcome in. Ha, there she is. Coffee first. Then speak. Good morning to you. I hope you're having an amazing Saturday morning. Hope everybody's having an amazing morning. The Winning Walk with Christina, good to see you. Much tested, welcome in. Mrs. Meadow, welcome in. Bug Out Adventures is in the building, folks. Who else we got in? Teresa, thank you for the wood because it is raining. Yes, it is a little chilly. So we tossed in some logs. And I was up early this morning. Cole and I were out walking around on the property this morning. He came in the house. He said, I'm hungry, Dad. Let's have breakfast. He ate, and now he is peacefully sleeping under the table. So he's doing well. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Hope everybody had a great week this week. Dawn E., welcome in. Eloa Ministries, good to see you. Who else did I miss? My man, Ed, good to see you. Shannon Barrett, good morning. Eloah Ministries, good morning. Who else did I miss? Probably will miss, maybe not, but we'll see. Jennifer Ocean Homestead, good to see you. Good morning, folks. Y'all know how we do it. By the way, there's tons of great content creators in the chat. If you type the word vision, it will drop a link to your channel, folks. For some people, you may not have seen their content, didn't even know anything about them. Go check them out. Watch a video, watch the whole video. Hit the like button, leave a comment. If you like the content they're putting out, subscribe to their channel, folks, because that's how we all grow on YouTube, by helping each other one subscriber at a time. Do the things, get it done, help out each other. Southern Tier Prepper, good morning, good to see you. Who else we got in here crawling in the building? Come on in. Little Lone Prepper, good to see you. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Tara, did I see you sneaking in here? Yes, Ed, my man. Yes, they caught that dude that was on TikTok talking about how to squat on people's houses and take their property. They caught him outside of Columbus, Ohio. He is now in jail. He's a fugitive, didn't check in on his check-in date, so good for him. That's what happens when you run your mouth on social media. Yeah. So with that, folks, who else we got in here? There he is right there. Shadow Scout Swede. Good to see you, my brother. Thank you for sharing us out on X, formerly known as Twitter, and all of that good stuff. We appreciate your support as always. By the way, folks, if you guys have not checked out Shadow Scout Swede, please do so. Good content over there. And he's doing the things too, folks. So, just keep doing the things. Keep doing the things. Wait a minute. Wolfgang, good morning. Wolfgang, please call me after the live. We've been texting and missing each other and all of that good stuff. Whiteside Tactical Solutions, welcome in, my brother. Good morning to you. Prepper Book Club in the building. Rapture Ready. There he is, my man, my guy, my other brother from another mother. Hudson Valley Prepping and Survival. Good morning to you, my brother. Good to see you. Hope everything is going well up there in New Yorkistan. And if you happen to see the Livingston man, do not tell him I said hello. That's how it works, folks. So let's dive into this. Speaking of our neighbor who got caught right outside of Columbus, KY Survival, good morning. The guy, the invader that was blabbing his mouth of how to squat on a house and take it and whatever. And because he thought, as Ed put it earlier this morning as we were talking before the show, that he thought he could turn off his social media and they would not find him. Well, they got him. But anyway, I digress. I want to share this article. And this was put out by Governor Ron DeSantis in the great state of Florida. Could Florida's social media ban for children take hold elsewhere? Let's listen into this.
A new law in Florida will restrict or ban children from social media. Supporters say it gives them much needed protection, but it is opposed by tech corporations and free speech and privacy advocates. So what are the arguments for and against? And what's the rest of the world doing? This is Inside Story.
And this is reported by Al Jazeera News, folks.
Hello and welcome to the program. I'm Nick Clark. So, new legislation passed in Florida will bar all children aged under 14 from social media, while under 16s will need their parents' approval. Republican Governor Ron DeSantis has enacted the law a federal judge in another state struck down amid concerns over curbs on freedom of speech. Information today has never been so freely available, transforming what we can find out at our fingertips. And it's now in our pockets too with smartphones and also in the hands of children. Social media is now part of everyday life for many. But studies show it can negatively affect people's mental health, particularly for the young and vulnerable. And there's a risk of exposure to violent and pornographic material too when it's not blocked by social media platforms. But opponents of restrictions say laws like the one in Florida are interference by big government, an erosion of freedom of speech, and a denial of educational information for children. It's a debate that's intensifying worldwide, not just in the United States, and we'll be adding to it with our guests in just a few moments. But first, this report from Kulsum Sharif.
Okay, so controversy. There he is. Yours truly woke up to probably hearing something fluttering in the air, and he decided to go check it out. Yeah, and he just goes off. That was Cole. By the way, Cole has a birthday coming up. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. I didn't do it. You didn't do it either. There's Mom. Go see Mom. There it is. He saw his mom and off he ran. Good morning, Deborah Garrett. Welcome in. Welcome in. KP, good to see you. So what do y'all think? Does the governor have power? And I saw your comment, Prepper Book Club, and you know what? I agree with you. I think the powers that be rely and belong with the parents, period. If you don't want your kids on social media, especially the young ones, don't let them be. Yeah, don't let them be on social media. Exactly, Hudson Valley. Yes, he has. He has, and off he went. Yep. Oops. Good morning. Welcome in. He is on duty. Yes. For 10 months old, 11 months old now. He does his thing. Yaya Cott, good morning. Welcome in. That's right, Prepper Book Club. Y'all all heard Cole. He howled and he disappeared. His mother said it's okay, and he went looking for treats. So there you go. But yeah, so they're going to ban children from social media under the age of 16, and those that are 16 have to have parental okayness, which I think it only belongs on the parent. The governor has no right to ban any type of children in the great state on social media. Yeah, exactly. Exactly, Jennifer. Yeah, he thought he saw the first mosquito of the season. Yes. This morning, Cole saw birds playing and chasing each other, and he didn't know if he was going to chase after them or if he was going to come over and sit by me. He went running towards them. There were about 8 of them. He stopped, he looked, he turned, he looked at me, and he came back and sat down and just observed. I was like, good. See, there you go. Now you're learning. You're observing. But yeah, Canada John, good morning, my brother. Good to see you. Good to see you. Welcome in. I truly believe that the government has no right to ban any children, for those listening, air quotes, minors under the age of 18 or 16 or whatever it is, to ban them from apps. I think it solely belongs to the parents. It is the parents' responsibility for knowing what their children are doing on the phones that they gave them because they were too young to have them anyway. That's just me. I'm old for a reason, and there's an appropriate age where a child should have a cell phone. So that is just my impressions. Orion Preparedness, good morning. He said, I think students' cell phones should be banned in public schools. Well, you know, I agree and I disagree. I agree with you and I disagree with you because our youngest is 14 and she has a cell phone and she knows she shouldn't be using it or on it during school, and she is to only use it to call us if there's an emergency, period. End of story. Now, there it is. That's how we roll. That's what I do. Meditation Paradise Land, good morning. Good to see you. I hope you're doing well on this fabulous raining day in the great state of Ohio. But yeah, I think the governor has no right to do that. Anthony Crouch, good morning. Good to see you. Good to see you and welcome in. And yeah, Cole, he just, he's on guard. And the first thing he does is he barks, he looks, he checks, he comes to see me. And then here's the funny thing. When Cole is trying to find somebody in the house, he has a specific bark. So if he's looking for mom, he has a bark. And then if he's looking for me, he has a different bark. And so we just laugh at him. And I'm like, really, dude, you're calling me? You're looking for me. Here I am. Blackbird, welcome in. Good to see you. Making dinner rolls for tomorrow. I know that's right. I thought I smelled something good cooking in the oven. Southern Tier Prepper says, just let our 16-year-old get Facebook to keep in touch with co-op kids, and that stuff is locked down tight. That's right. Yes, we have the password, and she has to ask before accepting or sending friends requests. Absolutely. It's the parent's responsibility, not the government. We don't need more government. We need less government, less taxes, less grandpa ice cream-ness and circus-ness going on. Leave us alone. We want to live our lives, raise our kids, and enjoy life. I agree with you 100%. Yes, indeedy. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. So, Ron DeSantis, we'll see what happens there. You never know. And I am way behind in the chat just in case. But for all of you amazing people that came in this morning to join me for Coffee Talk, you, and even you in the back, Teresa, putting logs in the fire, I appreciate you. I appreciate everybody. Thank you. Show some love for some of these other amazing content creators by subscribing to their channel, checking out their videos, all that, folks, because we do that for y'all. We don't do it for us. We do it for y'all. So there it is. All right. Next up on the docket, this is a sad state of affair, but I completely understand. This does not have a good ending, but I completely understand. A Georgia mom was found guilty of murder after allegedly attempting to unalive her daughter's alleged child molester. I will put this link in the comments. You can check it out yourself. Read it, agree, disagree, whatever, but life was lost and mom is off to prison. So, a Georgia mother accused of attempting murder to kill her daughter's sexual abuser was convicted of murder and other charges after another person was shot and killed in the incident. Danielle Harris, 42 years of age, was found guilty of felony murder, aggravated assault, conspiracy to commit aggravated assault, and so forth and so on. Shadow Scout, thank you, my brother. I appreciate you for the donation. Some weight saying keep it up. I appreciate you, my brother. And folks, by the way, if you have not checked out Shadow Scout Swede, please do so. You know we will never ask or come to your door for money, but we appreciate all donations. They go back into the channel to bring y'all amazing content and events like the Bug Out Weekend 2024 coming up, which we'll talk about a little bit later. So anyway, back to the show. Thank you so much, Shadow Scout. I appreciate you, my brother. Keep doing what you're doing. You are so appreciated. Anyway, Mrs. Harris, on March 31st, she allegedly discovered a video of her daughter, who was 12. Her daughter was 12 years old, okay? We don't want that. Get rid of that. 12-year-old daughter at the time involved in a sexual act with a man later identified as 22-year-old Antonio Harley, according to Fox 5 in Atlanta. Yes. And Hudson Valley just said, all I know is work his butt off to see everything going backwards. Yeah, I'm with you on that, Hudson Valley. So the Miss Harris, when she found the video, The following day at about 3:30 in the morning, see, she came in the middle of the night, 3:30 in the morning, Harris reported the information. She called the DeKalb County Police Department. Special Victims Unit. According to the investigators, the officer told Harris that detectives would contact her and warned her. They told her not to let her anger get the best of her and not to attempt to find revenge. Well, here's mom right here. And honestly, y'all, I don't blame her. But hours later, Harris drove a large group of people. She got her people together to an apartment complex near the intersection of Wesley Chapel Road and Snapfinger Road to confront the alleged assailant for the alleged sexual abuse to her daughter, and 3 people in the group were armed. Plain and simple. 1 p.m., Harris told her daughter to point out which apartment this guy lived in. She knocked on the door with her crew. Nobody answered. The alleged person didn't open the door. Instead, he came around the side to see who it was. He saw who it was. The group saw him. Basically, they started chasing him. He managed to get back into his apartment, closed the door. Inside, somebody in the group outside fired, striking him in the chest. His brother, who was also in the apartment, who was he fired back as he tried to protect himself and 5 of his younger siblings. Okay. Juan Newkirk, 19, who was part of the group Harris brought to the apartment, was shot and unalived in the exchange of gunfire. 19-year-old also died. DeKalb County Superior Court Judge Asher Jackson, who presided over the trial, sentenced Harris to life with the possibility of parole plus 5 years, folks. So, because mom was doing what moms do to protect their babies, got life in prison. Life in prison. Now, it is what it is. James Trump 24, good morning. But she got life in prison for this. Yeah. You got that right, Watchman. I'm with you. Yes, to warn people to get right with God before it's too late. Absolutely. But what say y'all? What would you have done if that would have been your 12-year-old daughter and you discovered this disturbing, horrific tape of your 12-year-old with a 22-year-old? I know what I would have done. Wouldn't have been no knocking on the door. That's all I'm going to say. Wouldn't have been no knocking on the door. You're absolutely right, Rapture Ready. I understand. Vengeance is mine, says the Lord, for a reason. Life in prison is wrong. Yeah, I get it. And I would definitely, Trish in Progress said, leave no evidence. Papa's Farm, good morning. Good to see you. Welcome in. Grab a cup of coffee. Tell Teresa to scoot over. Have a seat. Come on in, y'all. Scooch over, sit down, and we're talking. But yeah, Florida mom got life in prison. Life in prison. I'm with you, Hudson Valley. Yes, I'm not going to, that's right. That's why they make backhoes every day. I'm with you, my brother. I am with you for that. But, it was wrong. Lives were taken. A mom is sentenced to life in prison with possible parole plus 5 years. And her daughter will never see her mom again. Hopefully she will, though. And there will be some type of leniency shown upon this mom, even though she was wrong. My man, Mad Shad, good to see you, my brother. That's right, Papa's Farm, call 811. Call before you dig. Absolutely. But, it is what it is. And unfortunately, That story didn't end well. Good morning, Mad Chad. Get a cup of coffee. The COO says hi. Cole says rough. Everybody heard his large, loud bark as he saw the first mosquito of the season and went off. And he's upstairs now with mom hanging out. So there you go. By the way, thank you, Teresa. Yes, me scooting over and loading the stove. Appreciate it, Teresa. By the way, y'all, anybody doing anything exciting today? It's raining here, so I'll be doing stuff in the house, I think. I have this urge to go to Rural King, but I'm gonna hold off. Exactly, Hudson Valley. Please pass the coffee pot. Yes. I want to go to Rural King. Anthony Crouch, welcome in, my brother. If I did not speak to you, good morning. I want to go to Rural King. But I'm holding off. I'm not, and hopefully I'll make it throughout the day without going to Rural King. But if I do go to Rural King, yeah, I'm coming home with stuff. But anyway, next story, and we've all seen, heard, and talked about the bridge. Okay, I'm gonna just say that, the bridge, and we're gonna hit this one quick and keep going. Okay, the bridge. What is the economic cost of the Baltimore bridge collapse? So if I'm not mistaken, this is the 9th largest port in the country. And I'll put this in the chat if you care to read it. We're going to hit it and quit it because everybody in the planet has been talking about it. But there's some numbers in here. So we know the bridge collapsed. So what does that mean to the economy? Plain and simple. So this Singapore registered ship that had a Ukrainian pilot hit the bridge, the Dolly, and it was on its way to Sri Lanka. We know that. 22 crew members as well as 2 pilots have been accounted for, and there were no report of injury to anybody on the ship. They're still looking for some of the missing people. Now, this particular port, in 2023, the port handled about 50 million tons and $80 billion worth of cargo moving between the U.S. and other countries. The port processed 847,158 automobiles last year came through this port, according to figures from the state of Maryland. 70% of those vehicles were imports. 20% of U.S. coal exports passed through Baltimore. More than 50 ocean ships and cruise ship companies carry out business with the port, according to the great state of Maryland. Okay. I still don't know. Yeah. Zombie, right. Zombie says it means that you can't access Washington by boat and a lot of everything. Yeah. I'm not sure. So what is the economic cost to the bridge? The folks say during a briefing at the bridge collapse scene, U.S. Representative Maryland David Tone said the state and federal officials estimate the port's closure would cost the economy as much as $15 million a day. The port directly supports more than 15,000 jobs, with an additional 140,000 jobs depend on port activity overall, according to Maryland's governor, Governor Moore. So there you go, folks. It's going to cost them about $15 million a day in lost economy, so they say. The port is the 9th largest port in the country. And, you know, there you go, Hudson Valley. I was just going down that road. Solution: buy American-made products, support your country. Absolutely. 1,010%. Yes. Buy American. Case closed. You'd make more than 15 million a day if you only bought American. And I am still trying to buy everything American, especially these. If I could find an American company in this country that makes solar generators, I would buy from them. I would buy from them if they made everything in this country. That is the truth. Now, before we get into our next story, because I truly do love all of y'all and I appreciate y'all being here. And I saw my guy in the chat, Double Dog Prepper, wherever you may be, my friend, you've caused some stuff here. And here is what you have caused. We will have a station break and we will be right back.
Hey, also, folks, at the Bug Out Weekend 2024 will be the Bushcraft Hiking Cook-Off Challenge. Folks, all of you grill masters, all you camp chefs, all you bushcraft cooks, folks, come on out. There's going to be a challenge for a cook-off to beat VP. If you win the first level, you go up against me. Bring your best, bring your attitude, and bring some fun. Folks, you can register for the Bushcraft Hiking Cook-Off. When you register for the Bug Out Weekend, you have to do all of it at once. When you register for the Bug Out Weekend, no exceptions. Folks, we're going to have a great time, some great prizes. And if you win the Bushcraft Hiking Cook-Off, then you get the chance to go up against me, VP, folks. So bring your A game, folks. I've been challenged. I've had a bunch of people tell me they're coming for the title, but guess what? Here's all I can tell y'all. The champ is here. The champ is here. We'll see you at Bug Out Weekend 2024. Take care, folks. God bless. Stay safe.
The champ is here. The champ.
That's all I got to say, folks. The champ is here. Bug Out Weekend 2024, May 2nd through the 5th, y'all. It's going to be a great time. Widow's Diary artist and poet. Good morning, and good morning. Folks, we're going to have a blast. It is going to be phenomenal, especially the Bushcraft Hiking Cook-Off. Now, if you have not registered yet, that's fine. You got some time. Now, for those that would like to register, here's the link. Just for you, because I love all of y'all. And we're going to have a great time. It's going to be amazing. And we're going to have some great classes, some amazing instructors, along with the Bushcraft Hiking Cook-Off. We're extending the Bug Out Bag hike. It's going to be amazing. We're extending the hike. Is going to probably be a couple of miles, maybe 3. And we just got to do some stuff. And I've seen y'all that have already entered the Bushcraft Hiking Cook-Off Challenge. It's going to be awesome. I see a dark horse on the list. I'm not going to mention no names, but I was impressed. I was like, yeah, there we go. That's what I'm talking about. So some of y'all that are already registered, you should have already gotten your confirmations. So there you go, folks. It's free. It's going to be a great time. We're going to have some amazing people, some amazing classes. We're going to have a Bug Out Bag checkup clinic. So for all of you that have Bug Out bags or get home bags or inch bags or get ready bags, bring them. There's going to be some amazing people there to help you to go through it, to give suggestions, to say, hey, you know what? Your bag is tight, right, and ready. You're good. Or say, hey, did you think about this? Think about that. Because what's in your bag is what's going to help you and your family survive. We're going to have some other classes. We got giveaways, folks. We got giveaways. I got confirmation from one of our major partners the other day. They're sending stuff left and right. But it's going to be a great time. So, folks, if you're thinking about coming to the bushcraft or to the bug out weekend, please do so. It's free. All it's going to do is just cost you some time, some effort, and some travel. But we're going to have an amazing time. So, with that, who's that? Shadow Scout said, that sounds fun. I wish there were something similar here in Sweden. You know what, Shadow? I'm going to tell you like I was told by my brother, Hudson Valley Prepping and Survival, do it. Put one together for yourself and people in your area. And that's what I see this thing happening, because not only do I expect other people to have them around the country, but also different locations around the great state of Ohio. So if you are thinking, yep, see, there he is right there. He said, make it happen, Swede. Shadow Scout, you put one together. I'll support you for it. I'll support you on it. Put it together. No matter how many people show up, it's going to be amazing. Just plan it, put it together, and do the things, my brother. And that's exactly what Hudson Valley told me. I bugged him to death. He laughed at me. He said, dude, the first one I had, he'll tell you how many people showed up. He said, just keep doing it. And Mad Chad says, bring pie. Yes, of course, bring pie. You don't think I'm not bringing pie for Professor Mad Chad? Absolutely. It's going to be a great time, folks. So, our next story, and this may be, my special guest didn't show up. Haven't seen him. He may be asleep. Who knows? There it is. Hudson Valley said 3 people at my first bug out weekend. And he has phenomenal turnouts. Phenomenal. And it's amazing. Pilgrim, good morning, my brother. Good to see you. Greenleaf, welcome in, welcome in. But it's going to be awesome. There you go. Tell him, Jennifer. Pecan pie and coffee. Here's the coffee. I'm just missing the pie. KY Survival, good to see you. How are you? KY Survival said, no bribing the judges with pie. Oh, Mad Shad will tell you, you can bribe me all you want. I will take it, but it's not going to change my outcome. Exactly, Hudson Valley. So with that, folks, let's move on here because we only got a little bit of time and we need to hang out. Yes, we need to do things and get it going. So I'm gonna hit this story real quick. Did y'all know that there was a crucial undersea internet cable cut? I didn't know this until the other day when somebody brought it to my attention, and we'll have to hit this a little bit later on in the week. But I'll share the article in the chat and on the screen, and I want to know if anybody else heard about this. Crucial undersea internet communications cable cut amid ongoing clashes in the Red Sea. It appears that 3 Red Sea underwater cables providing internet and telecommunications around the world had been cut as the waterway remains a target to Yemen's Houthi rebels, officials said this morning. This took place, let me see if there's a date on this. This happened early in March. I didn't hear about this. What cut the lines remains unclear, but a ship ablaze in the Gulf of Aden caused no injuries. there has been concern that the cables being targeted in the Houthi campaign, which the rebels described as an effort to pressure Israel to end the war on Hamas in the Gaza Strip. The Houthis have denied attacking the lines. Anyway, global shipping has already been disturbed throughout the Red Sea. We all know that, right? But the affected area when the cables were cut include Asia, Africa, and Europe 1. The Europe-India gateway. Okay? CCOM and TGN Gulf, Hong Kong-based HGC Global Communications said it described the cuts as affecting 25% of the traffic flowing through the Red Sea. They cut these internet cables. And very well, folks, this could happen here in this country because we have internet cables running under the sea as well. Right. Thank you, Southern Tier Prepper. Exactly. Just a matter of time before they cut ours. Yes. I didn't hear it either, Dusty Country Road. Didn't hear nothing until my friend, my brother, African Dreamin' mentioned it to me yesterday. And he was supposed to join me on the live this morning, and we were going to dive into this, but we're going to save that and talk about it probably on his channel sometime in the future, within hopefully next week sometime. But yeah, I heard nothing about this. And just like Dusty Country Road said, and Southern Tier Prepper, it's just a matter of time before it happens here in this country, folks. Our undersea cables are vulnerable. And as the Watchman says, Putin is about ready to do something. He has all the evidence to prove that that Z-Man was involved on their recent event. Yes, I saw that. Yes. Love and life. Welcome in, family. Good to see you. Welcome in. Hope you guys are doing amazing on this Saturday morning. But yeah, I never heard this. Never heard anything about this in the news until African Dreamin' brought it up to me. Tasmania lost internet connectivity for several hours, so it affected different countries over there differently. Crazy. So, and it's just a matter of time before it happens here in these great states of America. But guess what? Y'all are prepared. I'm prepared. I can deal with internet outage. Don't care about internet outage. You know, that just means have to tell the kids, okay, so now that you can no longer have your face buried in your phone, let's do stuff that I used to do when I was your age, and it's called playing outside. So go outside, kick some rocks, chase some squirrels, watch some birds chase you, and have a good time and enjoy it. The prepping artists, welcome in. Good morning. How are you? Hope you're doing well. Hope you are doing well. Yeah, I'm not sure. Eloa Ministries, I'm not sure what depth the cable's at. I have no idea. I don't know. I'll dig into it and see if I can figure that out. I'm just scanning this article. Blah, blah, yada, yada, yada. They don't say how deep the cable was. I guess they don't want us to know. Doesn't matter. Apparently it wasn't deep enough because it got cut anyway. But yeah. So check this, y'all. This is the last story of the morning, and I'm going to share this with y'all. Our favorite sheriff right here in the great state of Ohio, Sheriff Richard K. Jones, dropped another video, and I'm going to share it with you if you haven't seen it yet. And we're going to do the things because he talks about the border crisis. Let's listen in and see what Sheriff Richard K. has to say.
My name is Sheriff Rick Jones. We're having this press conference today to talk about an inmate that's been in our jail. And before I get started, We're going to talk, his name is,
And before we dive into that, if you want to watch the full video, here's the link to their YouTube channel.
to try to pronounce it correctly, but you'll have all this information given to you. Furman Garcia Gutierrez is his name. I probably didn't pronounce it, but as you're going to see, he has several names. So you're going to see this guy over here. That's all the same person. He's been arrested 8 times or 11 times he's been in our jail. I want to repeat that. He's been in our jail 11 times. That's all the same person. And he's had 7 different names incarcerated in our jail. He's had several different birth dates in our jail. But I want to go over a little bit about him, then we're going to talk about him some more. He's booked into our jail on 3/16 of 24 on CCW charge, which is carrying a concealed weapon. It's not his first time. And drugs. Weapons while intoxicated. Obstructing. He has an ICE holder on him now. The maximum sentence for this current crime that he's in jail for, the current crime, is 2 years and 9 months. That's the maximum. Has been in jail 11 times here that we know of. I don't know how many other jails he's been in. Has used 7 different names. Has been in prison 3 times. Has been deported 8 times that we know of. 8 times during this time period. He was deported 1 time. He was captured at the border and they made him go back. So that's a total of 8 times that we know of. Since July 1 of 2021, the Butler County Sheriff's Office has had 1,000 prisoners that are illegal aliens with holders from the Department of ICE. In other words, these are all prisoners on state charges. They've been arrested by the local police. I want to repeat that. We've had close to 1,000 prisoners, illegals, that have been arrested in Butler County and charged in Butler County. Okay, with that in mind, with 1,000 inmates combined, state and local charges, these are the charges that these 1,000 prisoners have been charged with. 1,757, I want to repeat that. They've been charged with 1,757 charges.
1,750 charges, folks, this person's been charged with.
So when you ask, how does this affect local law enforcement? We're not a border state other than with Canada, and that's with water and bridge. How does that affect you? This is how it affects you. 1,757 charges. Your local police in Butler County, that's what they're arresting. That's what we're arresting. They're charged with here. Now, the total cost to house these prisoners since July 1 of 2021, total cost is $1,816,000. I want to repeat that number. Total cost to the county coffers, to the taxpayers, is $1,816,000.
$1 million plus to house these guys. Insanity, folks.
Now, that doesn't count the court costs, going through the court, going through the system. It's probably another $2 million. So what you're looking at between $4 and $5 million in total cost. Now let's talk about the murders. Let's talk about the rapes. We're looking for one that's in West Virginia now that was having sex with a 15-year-old and a 14-year-old. We got her back. We're looking at sex trafficking charges or trafficking of underage or unaccompanied minors. She was an unaccompanied minor, and we got her back. She was placed with another person that was here illegally, and the government placed her there. This lady's boyfriend was here illegally. He was having sex with her. He took her and left and fled the state. He was captured in West Virginia or Virginia. Was it West Virginia? West Virginia. We're waiting to get him back. So during that process, this 14-year-old was put up in an apartment. That's all 14-year-olds get their own apartment, right? No, that's how bizarre this whole thing is. I know another lady that was handicapped in a wheelchair, was crossing the street in the city of Hamilton. An illegal run her over, knocked her out of her wheelchair, and kept on going. I know of another incident. I could go on and on. The sex charges, the drugs. We got over just a few months ago. You were all here. We had over the fentanyl that would kill 1.5 million people.
Fentanyl that would kill 1.5 million people. They confiscated, folks.
The fentanyl comes from China to Mexico into the United States. It's totally out of control. And I want you to talk to somebody, Mark Murphy, who's a friend of mine here, and he's going to tell his story. If you don't think this affects you, everybody that's watching this has a family member or a friend or somebody that's died from fentanyl. Comes from China. They make it. Mexico brings it over. Then I'm going to talk about these three people up here. Go ahead, Mark.
Thank you, Sheriff. Thank you for having me. I appreciate the invitation. This is real. I was at the border 2 weeks ago with News Nation and Allie Bradley. I was embedded at the border. My daughter was poisoned with fentanyl in Butler County, in this county, 2 years ago. It's real, and I don't know what else has to happen. I didn't anticipate seeing this until I stopped by just to say hi to the sheriff yesterday. And when I saw this poster up here, I could not believe what we're letting occur in our country. What's it going to take? I'm just a dad. Is it going to take somebody really big to die? Somebody that runs the country, son or daughter, to die before we finally wake up? It's killing young Americans. Fentanyl is the #1 cause of death between 18 to 45. Not heart disease, not climate change. When are we gonna stop and start saving young Americans? Thank you.
There it is, folks. Y'all need to watch this, the full. We're just at the halfway mark. You got to watch the full thing. I'll put the link again in the chat to Sheriff Rick Jones. Watch it. It's a disgrace. But you know, it is what it is. Know what your children are doing. Know where they're at. Keep your head on a swivel. Situational awareness. Look at the bozos in your neighborhood that do not belong there. Okay. Ed and I were talking earlier about the TikTok IG guy, that the invader that talked about how to squat and take over houses. Guess what? Well, he's now in jail because he was here in Columbus, Ohio, and he thought he could get away from authorities by turning off his social media. But guess what? That didn't work. They caught him right outside of Columbus, Ohio, and he is now in jail because he missed his process date. Therefore, he's charged as being a fugitive. And good luck to him. I hope they hold him. I'm trying to set up another pay-per-view between him and the Angry Prepper. I'm going to get the Angry Prepper down here to Ohio to see if we can do a death match with this guy. So there you go. But folks, it is a disgrace. Our border is being attacked. TT1 in the building. Good to see you, my brother. Yes, indeed. ICE got him. Yes, they did. Without a doubt, ICE caught him right outside of Columbus, Ohio, the great state of Ohio. And yeah, I'm with you, Trish. Yeah, if somebody stands too close to you, move. Yeah. You're absolutely right, the Watchman. And it is what it is. But they got the so-called squatter instructor. I'll call him that. And he's either going to be deported or he's just going to be disappeared. So we'll see what happens. But, you know, keep your head on the swivel. Be aware of your surroundings and what you're doing. And everything that's going on in the news, folks, don't stop doing what you're doing. Keep prepping. Keep praying. Keep practicing. do the things, get it done. By the way, register for the Bug Out Weekend. Come and hang out with us. We're going to have a great time. We got some amazing prizes. Allegedly. I don't know yet. I haven't gotten a confirmation. I haven't seen that. But allegedly, we're giving away a fully decked out, loaded bug out bag. I don't know. Allegedly. I think Cole said something to me that he heard from Clarence or somebody that, you know, they wanted to give away a bug out bag fully loaded at the Bug Out Weekend. But we do have some amazing things we're going to be giving away. So for all of you folks that are participating, taking place, and showing up, it's going to be amazing. So again, you can register on our website, visionpreparedness.org. Hit the About page. You'll see the event. Click on it, register. And if you want to participate in the bushcraft hiking cook-off, you have to register at the exact same time. And we have some amazing judges that will be judging the first round. And possibly we will have a special guest judge for the final round to go up against the champ. So it's going to be amazing. It is going to be amazing. So with that, folks, you know, any questions for me? Any questions about the Bug Out Weekend? Check out these amazing content creators, folks. And I'm going to say this. If you have not subscribed to my brother, Hudson Valley Prepping and Survival, please go over there. Watch any video. I don't care if it's We All Gonna Die Wednesday. I don't care if it's the Bug Out Challenge video, whatever. Go over there, subscribe, watch a video, leave a comment. Tell them I sent you. Said VP held a cup of hot coffee to my head and made me subscribe to your channel, and do it. And folks, those of you coming to the Bug Out Weekend, you're gonna see folks like Loving Life and Mad Shad and a whole bunch of folks. And there, I hear allegedly we got people even coming in from other countries. You're gonna just have to show up to see who it is. I'm not giving it away, but we have folks coming from out of the country, and no, they're not illegal invaders, but they will be at the Bug Out Weekend for sure. And I can't wait to meet them. I see him in all the chats and everybody's live I go to. Kevin Ramsey, good to see you, my friend. Hope you're doing well this morning. But check everybody out, folks. You folks are amazing. I truly appreciate y'all for sure. Because without y'all, I'm not here. I'm not here. Well, I would be here. It would just be me, but I would be talking to myself. Then I would have to get Cole up here and have a conversation just between me and Cole, like he was talking to me this morning at 6 a.m. and wondered how come he hasn't had breakfast, how come he hasn't gone outside, any of that. Pamela Wilson, welcome in. Faith, welcome in. Good to see y'all. Happy Resurrection Sunday to everybody. And have an amazing weekend. Any questions for me? If you have any questions for me, again, I will put in the link to the Bug Out Weekend if you want to check it out, folks. If you have to carpool to get here, do whatever you can. Last year, we had a caravan that came from New Yorkistan. Amazing. My guys. I love them all. I love all of y'all, and I appreciate you without a doubt. Yes, indeed, TT1, without a doubt. Happy Resurrection Day to you too, Rapture Ready. I love y'all. With that, everybody stay safe. Have an amazing weekend. And remember this, folks, keep on prepping because your family depends on you and it depends on your life. This is Vision Preparedness. God bless everybody. Have an amazing Saturday. Be productive. And tomorrow you will know He has risen. We will see you in the next video.
time is now.